Legend of Total War here with turn 2 of the Teutonic Hotseat as Russia, which I've renamed USSR, but I'll probably change that again this turn to, let's see, I'm just going to change it to Russia. Even though I'm technically Novgorod, but whatever. I'm just having fun here. Okay, so the situation. Obviously, there isn't really much of a situation at all in this. I'm locked in a bit of a corner. Well, it is a corner. There's not a whole lot going on. The only thing that looks like it's going to happen is around here, but I'm the one that's initiating this. So the situation is, obviously, the Rambler's aware I'm coming because he's got a tower right there. Clearly, he could see, you know, I've got aggressive intention. So he's asked me very politely not to invade. But that doesn't really work with me. I mean, he's not really in any position where he can demand any terms. He doesn't have any means by which to stop me, which is why I've gone after him, and particularly because I need some sea regions. I need access to the sea so that I can participate within the Baltic area. I'm locked away here, which could be a problem. If anyone gets particularly strong, I'm going to struggle because they're certainly not the strongest faction. But at the same time, this is a good position to hold and progress from, but we need to get moving. In addition to that, money is really shit at the moment. But I imagine that's pretty much going to be the case across the board, apart from the Mongols and especially Norway, because they've had a boosted income. Now, for some reason, Lionheart hasn't attacked Mglin. I don't know how to pronounce it, but whatever. However, I did say I would leave that to him, and if he doesn't want to take it straight away, well, that's his own business. I'm not going to step in there and take it. Essentially, it's not going to really be getting me very much anyway, and I would like to at least stay peaceful with him. I wouldn't actually mind an alliance, but we'll see. Now, okay, I'm just going to quick save in case I make a mistake. There's not much going on in this video. There's absolutely no chance for any battles whatsoever, so if you're expecting a battle, there's just no way it's going to happen. I can't reach Narva this turn. But one thing I am going to do is get a treaty with the Teutonic Order, just a trade agreement. If he offers an alliance, I'll think about it, but I just want to start with that. And I mean, hang on, let me just see. I mean, there's no harm in asking for a map information, but I kind of know what regions to start off with. We'll just start with that. Essentially, I don't need the map information, and I'll move down to Novgorod. I'm Novgorod, Lithuania, to initiate the same sort of thing. Because basically, I can't be at war with everyone. There are 4 people on my borders: Mongols, Lithuania, what's it called? Teutonic Order, Denmark. Denmark is the weakest of the 4. So I figured I'd get rid of them, then I only have to worry about 3. I need to ally with at least one of these guys. Then if anything happened, I can hopefully count on them to at least not attack me. Because I'm not in a position where basically, after what I've done in the the success that I've had in the Crusades campaign, everyone's going to be particularly wary of me. They're not going to think that I'm just someone to let grow. They're going to keep a close eye on what I do. Now, the next thing we need to do is start moving towards Narva, and we have to build a fort. If we don't build a fort, then the Rambler has, even with a small army, he could potentially attack and defeat me. So we need to make sure that all manually resolved battles are played by me and not by him. I've also offered him an opportunity to save his hide here. Basically, I'm going to try and take these settlements regardless of what happens, but I've offered him 2,000 florins for the settlements, both of these. I know it's not much, but that's all I can fucking afford. In exchange, well, for the settlements, and also his soldiers will be allowed to leave and just go back home. But regardless of anything, I'm going to sack them. I need to sack the settlements. Now, we're going to bring you up here, and you there, so that you can build another fort. And that's just where this fort's going to be. Now, from here, these artillery will reach next turn. Piece of shit. There's also these guys here. I might actually send one of them back, because if we put both of these guys back in Novgorod, they get free upkeep. And I really don't think I need all of them, especially against a castle battle. So I'm going to put you back in Tosno. What's the upkeep costs on you? Not huge. And you guys, you'll come over here. Basically, the Rambler has to make his decision next turn whether he's going to allow me to attack him or to accept the deal that I've made or offered him and run back to Denmark. Which, he could conquer all of these other areas around here on the way back. There's nothing stopping him from doing that. But the more force I have here, the easier it'll make his decision, I suppose. Because I don't really want to. I don't want to go to war with him, but I need to take these settlements. It's as simple as that. I have a feeling, though, he won't accept it. He's going to try his luck, which, in my opinion, is going to lead to everyone in these settlements here being exterminated. Unless, of course, the the Teutonic Order comes and assists him. But they don't have heaps in the area, and I would think that they'd be more concerned with Lithuania, who I'm also trying to get in good terms with. And if he does join in here and I draw his forces up there, it would be a perfect opportunity for Lithuania to take these settlements. So it's not really in his best interests. But it's in everyone's best interests to, I suppose, make sure I don't get too strong. They know now how powerful I can get. And they know what I can do with a small army. I want to leave someone in this fort anyway, because I paid 500 for it. I want to fucking get some value out of it. Now, there's also this guy here. Problem with these guys are, this faction leader of mine is a giant piece of shit in regard to authority. If I leave these guys lying around by themselves, they are likely to turncoat. And we can't get to any of these settlements out here in a single turn. I can send the cavalry out to here, and then they'll be able to make it to Narva. That's okay, you come over this way. That's what I want you to do. So I can also jack up the tax rate. So I'm actually making a bit of money. But you guys, not much I can do with you. I risk losing you if we put you anywhere else apart from Kolm. I've jacked up the tax rate here. The other thing I could do is split them up into 3. I don't know. Where do I want these guys? I want them on the northern border. Fuck it, I'm just going to take the risk. I mean, essentially, these soldiers here are not a big deal. If anything else, it'll just free up a bit of income, but I don't want rebels in my area. Okay, we've also got a spy here, which I believe I was sending him up north, but I can't fully remember. And I was sending you to the silver mines over here. Because we need to make more money, and fucking pronto. How we go? Oh, I'm not even going to bother. I've got my timer over here, but it's been 8 minutes. There's no need for it. I mean, I could send these guys over here to take Miglin. I could even declare war on the Mongols. But it's one or the other at this stage. I can't take on both. It will just ruin my reputation in the whole area if I be this aggressive this early. Plus, I'm allied to Lionheart in this campaign, and I don't trust people being, I suppose, unbiased in what they do. If I was to attack him now, he might use that as a pretext to attack me in the Crusades. Kind of a silly, silly pretext, but people will use whatever they want to justify a war. I've sure as hell am guilty of that. I would justify a war off very, very minor details, but not from separate campaigns. Now, this assassin's little more than a spy, really. I think I'll just keep him in this settlement here, and we'll see how we go with that. Now, it looks like he's sending his diplomat here, maybe to initiate some trade. I would certainly be open to that. Wouldn't even mind an alliance with the Mongols. But Lionheart's probably one of the more aggressive, less trustworthy of the players. Not that he's not trustworthy, but I suspect that if anyone was to cancel a treaty, it would be him. Just based on his commentary from the Crusades campaign. Someone like the Rambler, however, you can sort of count on him. He's quite honourable. As much as what people would think, not all players who say that they're honourable necessarily are. So, but you got to be careful. Who knows? Lionheart could be the most honourable of them all, but I have to be suspicious of everyone. We've also got, I think it's Pixelated Apollo here. No reason not to trust him. No reason to trust him at this stage. Trust is something that you build up. It's not automatically granted. Oh man, I'm blabbering. That's pretty much all I can do this fucking turn. Because we've got a bit of money, we can build something. Let's see. Where? Now the settlements that are going to make the most money are towns. Those are the ones we really need. I mean, we can upgrade these settlements as soon as, well, the fort ones, as soon as we get a bit of money. So I'm going to go with that, because that provides money and population growth, which I do need both. I mean, that's also cheap. Provides law, don't need it, there's no corruption here. Let's see, now I can jack up the tax rate here if I also send these guys over there as well. That's 5 upkeep units, so can't get any more. I've got no money. I could build a road, but there's nowhere. Oh, hang on, there's here, but it's already building something. Now at this rate here, it looks like I'll actually have a bit of money left over for next turn, which is good. We've improved our income situation by managing the garrisons effectively, I suppose. Now, based on this situation, I cannot see any means by which Rambler can defend against me. If he besieges this fort here, he'll lose his forces because he cannot take it on this turn. There is no way for him. He can't build spies, can't build artillery. No one can assist him. His only choice is either stay there or die. Oh, stay there or run away. Stay there and die or run away. And you, again, you're little more than a spy out here. There's no one for you to assassinate. Here, we just need to leave one person there. I'll just leave crossbow militia. Could send more up from here, but need to keep these guys under free upkeep, just because I really do need more money, especially if I'm going to have to pay Rambler 2,000 to have these settlements, and also having them taken by a deal through annexation probably helps to preserve my reputation a little bit more. Like, everyone fucking wants my head at the moment in the Crusades campaign, I think, just because of how successful I've been in war. There's more plays in this time as well. There's nothing else to do. I mean, I cannot reach anything. The only thing I possibly could do is take Miglin. It's just not worth it. I could let him have it. He probably doesn't even want it. But at least this settlement is now... It's making a bit of money. It's not much, but yeah, we'll see how we go with it. Any agents at all? I mean, we can get a priest, but priests cost upkeep. And public order is really not a problem. Do I even have any priests? I don't have a single fucking priest. Not a one. Also, another thing to note is that the Teutonic Order has put their bishop on my land. I don't appreciate that kind of bullshit. Now, there's no reason for him to put that bishop there unless he intends to be somewhat aggressive towards me. So I'm going to keep an eye on Warrior of Sparta. This is the same kind of bullshit that Oivio pulled on me in the Crusades campaign. And whilst it's not anything that you can break a treaty of, it's something to be suspicious of. And I'm very quick to be suspicious of people. See, based on this situation here, all of the cavalry should be able to make it to Narva next turn. And essentially, I would use cavalry to break through this anyway. It's mostly infantry. I don't see a problem with that. Plus, I'd have 2 generals. That'd certainly help. Some mediocre infantry, whatever. And then I really can't see him getting any sort of resistance from Reval, whatever. And those are really the only people we're dealing with. There's no point discussing about, Norway or the Holy Roman Empire or Poland, because they're just not a factor just yet. There's no point ever sending anyone a mission, except maybe Denmark. Okay, so... Hang on, just need to word this properly. What's the settlement called again? If you leave Narva, hang on. abandon Narva. I will pay you 2,000. We'll pay you 2,000 and allow you to leave the area. This is on the condition. What's that called again? Revel is also abandoned. I don't know if I spelled that right. I think so. No hard feelings, just business. Because we know in these campaigns people can get butthurt. I don't think Alex the Rambler is someone to get butthurt, but at the same time, he's been polite with me. I should at least show him some form of aggressive courtesy as well. But anyway, that's the end of this episode. So, end the turn, moving on to Norway. He's changed to a hereditary kingdom of Norway. Whatever. Anyway, like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out all the other channels, and we'll see you next time, fuckers.